Hey everybody, welcome back to Bravely Default. Last time, we went through the Eternian, the passage to the Eternian Special Command and fought the Guardian and the Zombie Dragon. One really tough fight, and one, it's not easy fight, but not that bad either. Today, we're going to go down the right path to Eternian Special Command, and well, there are no unique bosses or enemies here or anything much. It's just a really long path that you have to get through, if you choose to take it, obviously. But there is one thing here that I want to show off. Okay. So we got some silver wolves, or what are they? Yeah. How would I have known? You can steal beast livers from them. That's nice. And they also drop them. So this is a great place to get them. And I think they're weak to fire. So we can just wipe them out. Otherwise, they have paralyzing bite to, well, paralyze you, as you might guess. They can do pretty good damage, so you just want to deal with them quick. But that's pretty much the case with every single enemy. And it looks like 2 bomb arms should probably wipe them out just fine. Yep. Sweet. With that, we can continue down this path. There is a story important area down this path that you will otherwise not find unless you just either choose to take this path from the start or go down it otherwise. So, on this split here, when you come to this split here, you'll want to take a right, and at the very end of it, we'll actually find a village.
What is this place, Adia?
A very good question. I never knew there was such a village on the Eastern Passages byway.
Mother, is that you?
Huh?
I am mistaken. You are much too young, though there is a resemblance. Might I have your name, young one?
Adia.
Of course. That explains the resemblance. This is the birthplace of the Lord Marshal and his wife, the Lady Marzer.
What's this? I'd never heard of such a place before.
Why are there so many graves?
So you know naught of the Great Plague? Well, perhaps it is best that way.
So apparently, Brave and Mazer, Adia's parents, were born here. And this village has nothing but graves now. The plague was horrible. Ravenous. We are the only ones that left alive. You and this goat. Anyway. I have no clue what's befallen the world outside. These old years hear nothing. These people just haven't left this village in forever, it seems, which is kind of odd, but to each their own. Are there any items? There's an ice charm. Yep. Cool. That's a thing. Otherwise, you can just talk to this dude.
Yes, perhaps. What is it?
Do you want to use your words better than that? Because I have no idea what that was even. About my parents.
Adia, your mother and father were born right here in this village. Though they were 5 years apart, they were quite close, you know. They lived near each other, and their families got along quite well. It was as if they were brother and sister. At age 18, your father left to enter an elite school in the city of Eternia. He was the great hope of the village, you know, and he did all in his power not to disappoint. He eventually graduated at the head of his class and made a name for himself in the city. The pride and joy of our village he was. It was 21 years ago when your father asked for your mother's hand in marriage. She just 19, and he but 24. So it was they began a new life together in this city of Eternia. It was the following year that the Great Plague struck our village, wiping out most of the residents.
What is the Great Plague?
Yes, the Great Plague. 20 years have passed since it first struck. A sickness that began in eastern lands soon spread, wreaking havoc across the world ere it reached our land. It struck the year after your parents were wed and moved to the city, you know. Once the plague took root in Gravemark Village, all roads out of the village were closed. It was on orders from the head temple of the Crystal Orthodoxy, ruler of this land at the time. But I still believe they made the right choice. After all, the city of Eternia was spared the Great Plague's devastation. Millions upon millions across the world lost their lives in a matter of months ere the plague subsided. And I have been tending the graves ever since. Your parents paid us a visit upon the road's reopening, you know. They seemed truly sorry that their hometown had to be forsaken for the good of the city.
And we can also rest here if you want.
You may stay the night if you so wish.
Which is nice, because we were fairly low on health after those rough fights, as well as some random battles, so good thing there's a path on the way to Eternian Central Command that allows you to just rest and gain all your stuff back. But yeah, we now know that there was apparently this great plague that spread throughout all the world, not just Eternia, but Luxembourg as a whole, and killed millions. And when it reached this town in Eternia, the Crystal Orthodoxy, the leaders of the time, just immediately shut it off and sacrificed that town so that Eternia could survive. I mean, it's a sacrifice that I guess had to be made, so maybe it's fair to agree with that man saying the Orthodoxy made the right choice. But that might have something to do with Brave's hatred towards the Crystal Orthodoxy now, how they sacrificed his hometown just so Eternia itself could survive. Though, with Brave being the leader of Eternia, I kind of doubt he'd resent them for that. Or rather, I don't think he'd resent them for that alone. I think Brave would recognize what had to be done in order to save the lives of hundreds of thousands of others. If even that one village had to be sacrificed, it would be worth it. But, I don't know. I'm sure it plays a part in Brave's hatred now.
It was here that I was raised. I feel as if I haven't been back in ages. But it hasn't truly been so very long. They say home is where the heart is. But all I feel is loneliness?
Oh, spare me your sickly sweet nostalgia. I mean, we're going to kill you anyway, so...
You're the one who slew Olivia!
I bid you, Victoria, unleash your full power. Spare nothing.
I wouldn't have it any other way. The kid gloves are coming right off.
Why did you kill Olivia?
Why? Let me think. I suppose you could chalk it up to me and my butterfingers. Don't look at me like that. I mean, a crystal vestal? Ha! You're no match for me. And that goes for those fools you're with, too. You stumpy little brat! Stumpy little... Did you hear that, Victor?
idea! How dare you hurl such heinous language at Victoria! I care not if you are the Grand Marshal's daughter. I'll not rest until you lie dead at Victoria's feet!
Fine. Then I'll not rest until that foul-mouthed girl falls head over heels for me.
I'll have you know I'm in top form today. Now you'll see just how helpless you are before me. Go ahead and try and escape. I'm going to toy with you like a cat before I really sink my teeth into you. Not talking so big now, are you? I grow bored with this. Better say your prayers. This ends.
It's happening again! Victoria!
Victor, I can't breathe.
Alas, you've grown more unstable than I had feared. We must seek treatment at once!
Hey, wait!
That saved our life twice now, Victoria's seizures. But we are gonna have to fight them. Inevitably. So I say we do a bit of preparation first. Ideally, we're going to want Dark Resist, but I don't think we have that on anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't. So, next best thing is General Magic Resistance, which I'm not sure who has that. No, I don't think you have anything. Adia definitely doesn't either. You two probably do, though. Block Resonance, Sound Suspicion. Maybe you don't. Okay, maybe Agnes does, though. She has M Defense 10. However, she's out of 30 as well, so we can get rid of Abate Water. We're not going to have to worry about Silence and that, so give her that. Angelic Wood's still helpful. Otherwise, we can, what we're also going to want is Death Resistance. I have a couple things. What are the safety charms? Safety rings. I'm definitely going to want one on Agnes. And I guess we'll put it on Tiz as well. Otherwise, you two, I need magic defense up. So, Barrier Shroud for you, and Mythal Bangle. What's the next best thing for you? Mage Shell. Okay. It's not the best setup, but it'll have to do. I think our job setup is fine. I might just change Ring a Bell over to something else. I'm actually gonna... Let's change it back over to Spell Fencer. And I'm gonna give him Sub Thief. Okay, he already has that. And I'll keep him as he is, I guess. Do a quick bit of, well, no, we should be fine on MP. Maybe one to Anya. You know what? We have enough. We can give one to Ring a Bell as well. And specials. I don't know exactly what elements we have. Okay, we have light and dark. That's good. That's what we need. Of course we have that. No, it's restored completely. We are gonna want to get light on all of our specials. Actually, instead of death resistance, what we're really gonna want is poison resistance. I don't think... Okay, we have 3 star pendants. That's perfect, because you have... Well, actually, do you have... Oh, shit. That's bad, actually. We don't have, we can buy star pendants somewhere, but I don't remember where. Tell you what. Where's the... Whoops, sorry, unequip the stage stuff. Where's the highest HP? Idea. Okay. In that case, I think I'm gonna give... these star pendants to everyone but Idea. And maybe give her the safety ring just for the hell of it. Both are good. I think the star pendant and poison resistance is gonna be better for this fight, though. So I might as well give you the safety ring. Just because. And, I guess that's it. I guess we're good to go then. As I was saying, we do have to defeat them to get through Central Command, so...
Where did they go?
Victor spoke of getting treatment. The closest place around here for that would be the room to the right.
It seems if we have any hope of defeating Victor and Victoria, we have to strike while they're weakened, so... It's kind of scummy to, you know, kick someone while they're down, of course, but we don't really have much choice here. Alright. Let's do this.
What? This...
Look!
What is that?
Silence, if you please. She would likely perish if we were to disturb her now.
Victor S. Court? What is the meaning of this? Who or what exactly is that child?
Allow me to tell you a story, if I may.
In other words, you're stalling for time. Time enough to replenish Victoria's power.
No, that is not my intention. This treatment is merely a bid to save her life. Now, about that story. In truth, it is a tale of the not-too-distant past. Once upon a time, in a place not of this land, there was an orphan child suffering an incurable disease. Her name was Victoria. Abandoned by physicians and all around her, she simply waited upon her inevitable demise, all the while gasping in pain and despair. But hearing her voiceless pleas, the Lord Marshal took her in his arms and brought her back to Eternia.
My father did that?
Were it not for his lordship, her fragile life would have soon been snuffed out. I am sure you are well aware, Adia, but science and medicine in our land have advanced greatly with the use of white magic. I was pulled from my studies on the Earth Crystal to treat her, and yet my treatments were still experimental, incomplete. She survived, but ill effects linger. Side effects graver still than her original condition. Fits like that you witness strike periodically, and their frequency increases with each day. Violent turns of mood soon stripped her of any semblance of self-control. Each time her tiny form is racked with pain, I ask myself, knowing the result, would I still have intervened as I did? But ever is my answer the same. As long as I draw breath, I will see that she does too. No matter how she suffers, I'll not allow her to die. She is both my crime and my redemption. My ego, my joy. I dedicate my entirety to her, and know no greater pleasure.
What nonsense. I mean, really, Victor. That was so boring and really long, too.
Forgive me, Victoria. How do you fare now?
Back to my old self. But I don't think I could take another one of those fits. Now, let's take care of these fools once and for all. To think you'd just stand around twiddling your thumbs when you had a second chance to finish me. But that just proves you're the fools I knew you were.
Victoria!
Don't blame me. You're the ones who just dug their own graves.
It's hard to feel bad for her, even with her past, given what she did to Olivia and how much she's tormented us, but I mean, you do kind of have to feel bad for her a little bit, being abandoned like that, and then just basically having all self-control taken away from her by constant fits and seizures. Like, that's gotta suck. But still, she did kill Olivia, and we need to get our revenge. So, Olivia, not Olivia, Victoria is really dangerous. So, I don't want to start with here. Well, I want to start stealing from Victoria immediately. And then you just get Fire Aga. So, okay. That's what Victor's mainly going to be doing. Holy. Just light magic. He also has Fairy's Aid to raise elemental damage. That's going to suck for both. That's going to suck for us because it's going to raise both his damage from Holy as well as Victoria's dark magic. As you saw there, Victoria also has an attack to poison every party member, and in tandem with that, she has a move called Exterminate that damages all poisoned party members. That's really bad. That's why I wanted poison resistance mainly for this fight, opposed to death resistance. I wanted death resistance though, because she has another move that's going to cast Doom on the entire party, which basically means in 5 turns, anyone that's affected by it will die, inevitably. And that sucks too. Basically, this fight's really rough, and in my opinion, it can be a bit of a difficult fight, especially if you're not prepared. I know a lot of people that... Okay. I know a lot of people that when they got to this fight, they kind of put the game down for a while because they just couldn't beat it. And yeah, it's a really rough fight, but just go into it with light specials, as well as poison resistance, and it's not really that bad. If you can get dark resistance or death resistance even, go for it. But the move corpse is so inaccurate anyway that it's not vital that you have it, to be honest. And don't get me wrong, it's helpful to have death resistance, but I think poison resistance is a lot more helpful because that move is a lot more accurate. I'm gonna want to get physical attack up more. Okay, well that's Adia dead. That sucks. I should have used Bravely Second to do that. Okay, Ringwell's gonna be dead. I really want to steal that thing from Victoria, so I don't want to kill her quite yet. So I'm thinking... Oh, there's Dark. That's... well, okay. That would have been done probably about 1,000 to 15,000... 1,500 damage. 15,000, Jesus. I think I'll just steal for a while. Okay. Poison Rod. Alright, sweet. That's mainly what I want to steal. In fact, I think that's the only thing I want to steal. Let me just double check real quick. She might have like an item I can steal or something, but nothing too bad. Yeah, okay. We can kill her now. So go ahead and do that, and you start using more of your glitter bugs. We don't have many of them, so hopefully I have enough to get rid of her. I might as well just bring these two back. I could wait for Tis to fall too, but it's honestly not worth doing that. It's just going to be a waste.
You, a mere vessel, dare hinder my every move.
Your early years may be tragic indeed, but I cannot forgive what you've done! You stole the life of a dear friend from me!
Vengeance? I can relate to that. I've no interest in the Grand Marshal's fancy idea. But we do agree on one thing. The need to crush the orthodoxy. Total annihilation would be too easy on them. They'll all pay for what they did to me.
So just like us on her, Victoria's mainly out for revenge. She doesn't really care about, you know, bringing peace to the world in the way Brave envisions by controlling the crystals. She just straight up wants to crush the orthodoxy. And again, to be fair, given that they completely ignored her disease and her plight, that's not unfair. It's just really rough. And obviously something we cannot agree with and cannot let happen. I think that dialogue does mean she's very low on health, though. No, not enough low on health to end her. That's unfortunate. You continue defaulting. I really don't want to not be able to heal, basically, especially since Sid is gonna die this turn. I'm gonna need to bring him back and heal him. So, actually, yeah, it's a good thing I did not, did not heal or use magic or anything. Right, so Sage's Staff. Yeah, seriously, I'm getting so much use out of the Sage Staff, raise thing that I just can't imagine me having a staff that, like, use Cure. Like, I don't care if I can use Cure on the staff. It doesn't matter. We do have things to steal from Victor as well, so we're gonna start working on that. And I think Exterminate actually straight up just kills anyone who is poisoned. Or at least, maybe it doesn't kill, maybe it just has so much damage that Adia basically died. Let's go ahead and try and cure of poison at least. It's probably not going to go through, but might as well try. Victor can also just do that. Okay, so it doesn't kill, but it does like a fuck ton of damage. Jesus, it did what, 2600? Yeah, that's basically going to kill you if you're not prepared. Which you might not, you probably aren't prepared on your first time, so you don't know that you're gonna have to deal with that. Okay, that blows. Also, why did I just attack his Tiz? Why didn't I do anything else? I'm an idiot. Whatever. We do have a Dia special. Also, we have Ani says, I'm gonna go and use that because I definitely want to get that out more. In fact, we can just default with Dia and hopefully she'll survive this exterminate. Yes. All right. Nice. Yeah, since she has the most health, she is the most likely to survive it, even if it's, you know, gonna be really hard to. So that's why I chose to give her no poison resistance. We don't have any glitter bugs left, but I think we probably do have enough to at least end Victoria. I still want to steal this thing from Victor, and you just continue to attack Victoria. There's not much else I can do with you. Ooh, okay. Egotistical Staff, that's good. Alright, nice, we got everything. So the Poison Rod, that is a 50% chance to cause poison when you attack with it. Kind of blows, to be honest with you, because you shouldn't be doing physical attacks with a rod, but hey, if you do maybe by accident, or maybe you have nothing else to do with your mage or something, then I guess it's helpful then. But really, it's not that great of a staff. It's just something that I wanted, because it's a good staff regardless, or a good rod regardless, but nothing too special is all. Well, the Egotistical Staff, I think that's actually like a super good staff. I think it's like plus like 7 or 8 mind, and you can cast Asuna, which is to cure any status ailment. I don't know if that's as good as cast Raise, but it's still really, really good. I definitely didn't need to run 2 cure outs, especially since I have. Oh, please let me get the special out. Yes! Alright, nice. Especially since I had healing magic up 200%. But oh well, whatever, it's fine. And thank God I got that out. That's a physical attack up. I don't have enough glitter bugs to end this, so I guess I'll just move on to Dark Matters to start doing damage to Victor. How convenient is it, by the way, that Victor and Victoria has such similar names? Because they aren't like brother and sister or anything, they're just like two people that met through Victor's experiments to try and heal Victoria. So convenient that they have similar names. Like, so close. I guess it's kind of nice as well. You're gonna kill Adia. You really do hate her, so that's understandable. They'd want to kill her. I wish you didn't, though. That'd have been nice. Man, you guys are just damage sponges. How much have you taken? And somehow still lived? Oh. Victoria's getting significantly less now because we don't have anything effective against her. We still have our specials, though. In my opinion, Victoria is the significantly larger threat. You do want to deal with her first. So, just trying to cure out of there. Victor can heal when they're low on health, but with Salvemaker and with just focusing on Victoria, you can deal a lot of damage and essentially negate Victor's healing anyway. And Victoria is such a huge threat that I think it's worth dealing with her first. Victor's not really that bad once you get down to just him. All he can really do is Holy and raise the power of Holy. He, on its own, is not that bad. So I would suggest dealing with Victoria first, then moving on to Victor, even just through the healing. It's kind of like when we fought Barris and Holly. I suggested just dealing with Holly first. Or no, sorry, Barris first, because the healing Holly had, you could kind of fight through it, and Barris would often damage himself anyway, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. She has to be low on health. If she's going all out with those attacks like that, just braving all the time, she has to be low. But Jesus Christ, she is still taking a lot of damage. Oh, Kurata. Okay, well, we might have to start using Onyx's magic to start countering that, because I'm not sure we actually have enough damage going out consistently. Like, we're basically just evening things out. I might just have to use a bunch of Dark Size. Just risking Tiz here. And Sapphira's. I'm gonna have Ringabel go all out. And just have a D attack. Okay. Ooh, man. Okay, well that's fine, I guess. Because also we're gonna lose the special. That sucks. Please get your physical attack bonus at least. Well, it was something. I'd really love if you died. Jesus Christ. Okay, sweet.
I wish you'd all drop dead.
Victoria! Victoria!
Man, he is distraught over that. God, I kind of feel bad. Jesus, I'm sorry, man, but it had to be done. I think he has to know that as well. Like, he said Victoria was both his crime and his redemption. I'm not sure redemption what for, but his crime, like, he acknowledges the monster he essentially created. But he feels a sort of obligation, both for himself and Victoria, to keep things going, to keep her alive. It's gotta be hard on him too. It's hard on Victoria especially, because I don't think she wanted to die, because obviously she wanted to get her revenge before that. But I think that she definitely was in constant torture, essentially, or fear even of just the next fit, and how much damage will that do to her, and how bad will it be. They both kind of lived in constant fear of Victoria just kind of dying. But as I was saying, Victor on his own, really not that big of a deal. Holy can, you know, it can do a lot, but I don't think he's ever going to use it twice in a turn. He's always going to use it once, and it's never going to be enough to kill us, so we're just basically going to wail on him until he's dead. I don't think I have enough Dark Matters to finish him off, especially since he's going to keep healing himself. But maybe? I'm just going to keep Braving with Ringabel, because he gets a special from Braving. You get yours from defaulting, so I should be using yours more. I wish you could change the element of your specials mid-fight, but I guess it'd be kind of broken when you get down to it. So, I understand why you can't, I just kind of wish you could. Because then we could change all of our specials over to Dark right now, and do significantly more damage with them, but oh well, what are you gonna do? You continue defaulting, building your special up. 3151, damn it. Well, at least, for now at least, we're doing about 200 damage more than that with Dark Sai, but that's not gonna last for much longer, only one more turn, Jesus. That's gonna suck when we run out of that, because I don't know if we can really do enough damage output to counter that. This fight can go on for quite a while. You have your special, go and use that to keep this going. This fight can go on for quite a while, annoyingly, because they can keep healing themselves. This is the case with any fight where, you know, the enemy can heal themselves. Any RPG, any game where that's the case, but still. I wish they didn't heal themselves. Literally any RPG where there's a healer in a fight, it's just a goddamn pain. Should I really use Ringo's special? Yeah, I should save it. For when we actually need it. Do I have anything? I just think you guys like Squeaky Wheel, trying that. Sure, whatever, go for it. Kurata, great. Maybe if we get Squeaky Wheel off, we can stop him from healing himself a little bit. Well, sweet, okay. That's another turn at least. Maybe we can try using it again, and okay, we're out of that. I guess let's start using attack items in general now. You... Just default. You use your special because we're going to run out of this one soon. And you try Squeaky Wheel again. If we can keep his BP low, then we won't have to worry so much about him healing. At least, not as much. He'll still be able to heal, because Idia goes into a BP deficit, and also she can miss. It's not that accurate of a move, but she can go into a BP deficit, because it costs 1 BP to use that. So, Victor is inevitably going to get to move, but we can at least make him heal less. That's the point. How much is Sis doing? 2250, okay. I mean, of course, is continuously getting his specials. I should have made some of our specials dark in retrospect. But oh well.
The gift of death. I now go to be by Victoria's side. Sweet Victoria. Sweet, sweet.
It didn't actually take too long for me cutting out to kill him, but no, of course that's how it is. But that's that. We finally got revenge for Olivia. We get Force Armlets and Amulet. Force Armlets, I think, just deal more damage. Amulet is magic defense, I think. Or magic attack. And for doing that, we get 2 new jobs. So we've got... oh boy, we've got a lot to go over. So this is the Arcanist asterisk. So it works incredibly well with Black Mage. It is kind of another job where I think it should just be an upgrade, not a new job, but whatever. It specializes in dark magic. So basically, everything that Olivia could... why do I keep doing that? Victoria could do in that fight, we can do here. So her specialty is absorb magic damage. For all magic damage you take, you restore 25% of that as HP. Helpful, I mean, it's a good specialty to have for sure. I would never really equip it on a character, but as a specialty, it's good. Black Magic Amp at level 2. MP cost of Black Magic goes up by 1.5%, but your damage increases by 1.25%. Not really a fair trade, but if you're just grinding or something, or in most situations from here on, you'll basically have a good way to heal MP constantly. So you might as well equip it because you're going to have high MP no matter what, most of the time. It's not every situation you want to have it in, but it's from here on out, it's a really good skill to have just on all the time. Exterminate at level 3, you deal large damage to all poison combatants. Not KO them specifically, but it's so much damage that you're basically going to KO them. Makes poison an even better status ailment. Absorb magic damage at level 4, we already talked about that, but it's good either way. Twilight level 5, you kill all opponents who have sleep inflicted on them. Straight up kill them. This isn't like a lot of damage like with Exterminate. They are dead. Now, it doesn't always hit, but when it does, it makes some fights, it makes fights with random enemies completely trivial. I love it so much. Save Black Magic MP. You lower the cost of MP costs. You lower the cost of Black Magic by 25%. That's just straight up good. And yes, you can stack that with Black Magic Amp. So the MP cost is almost completely... I think that's, at that point, a fair trade. So, that's good. Annihilation level 10. A dark magic attack on every fighter with -1 or less BP. That's fairly difficult to manipulate. Unless you have, like, lesser or slower world, I think it's called. From Time Age. Then you can sort of manipulate it. But it's a little bit difficult. Still... when you find a situation to use it in, super helpful. And there are certain bosses that are way more helpful against it, like mainly bosses that, brave a lot. So, Status Ailment Amp at level 11, higher chance of giving status ailments. It obviously goes really well with Arcanist. I kind of wish that was their specialty, in fact, because then it makes doing things like poison and sleep a lot more helpful. And I use Exterminate and Annihilation, or not Annihilation, Twilight all the time, so... whatever. Iniquity at level 12, dark magic attack on all fighters with 1 BP or more. So basically the inverse of Annihilation. A lot more helpful in my opinion because there's a lot more enemies that Brave than Default. So, sorry, a lot more enemies that Default than Brave and have more than 1 BP. At least in my experience, I found a lot more use for Iniquity than Annihilation. Max Black Magic at level 13, MP cost of Black Magic goes up ×2, but you deal 1.5 damage more from it. Basically a better Black Magic amp. Again, not a fair trade, but if you're just grinding and in most situations you're gonna be having a good way to heal MP anyway. Really helpful. Interment at level 14 is a dark magic attack on all enemies, uses 1/4 of your MP. You can't really complain about that. That's just super good. But again, it's at level 14. So, stat affinities. Poor HP, but really high MP and really high intelligence and really high mind. So basically, they can use a lot of magic, they can damage a lot with magic, and they can heal pretty well too. And decent dexterity for speed purposes. And they can live, because they have decent HP as well. Arms at 2, pretty much shitty with everything but rods and staves. Not that that really matters, because you won't be physically attacking with this class anyway, but it just goes to show. It's mainly a way to show you, like, hey, this is the stuff you want to be using, more than, you know, a benefit from any physical attacking with a class you don't want to physical attack with because their strength is E, and no armor aptitude either. And it's been a long time since we've explained 2 jobs, since Holly and Barris back in Caldisla. No, actually, that's not true, since Kint and Comer back in Ansheim. It's still a while. This is the Spirit Master, basically an upgrade to White Mage in all intents and purposes. So, let's just jump into abilities. Specialty is save White Magic MP. White Magic cost is lowered by 25% straight up. Helpful. Love it. Love that specialty. Spirit Master is just an awesome class because of that, because you can just use a lot more White Magic. Spirit Wood, level 1. All elemental damage to one target is completely nullified. So say Spirit Wood is used on Edea there, and then a monster uses Fire Magic on Edea. No damage. All elemental damage is nullified. That's amazing. Fairy's Aid, level 4. 1.5 boost to one target's magic attack for 5 turns. All magic. So fire magic, water magic, light magic, whatever. It all is boosted by 1.5 times. Really, really helpful, especially if you have, say, a character on Arcanist, then they can have Black Magic Amp, and then you can just annihilate things with Fairy's Aid. Save White Magic MP at level 6. I talked about that. Really helpful. Get it straight up at level 6. Stillness at level 8. All damage in battle is stopped for 2 turns. That can be really helpful in certain situations. Say you take a lot of damage, and you really need to heal up, and you just need some time. Stillness can save you. You can still heal through Stillness, but you just can't take damage. And that's really important to remember. There's not a ton of situations that can be helpful, and well, actually, that's not true. There is a setup you can have where you basically completely break the game with Stillness. Essentially, you have your characters sped up to a point where they assuredly go first, and then you have one character who's slower, who has Spirit Master and just uses Stillness. So basically, you deal a bunch of damage to enemies, use Stillness, and so the enemies can't damage you, and just do that forever, because you deal damage, Stillness, no damage, wait 2 turns, do damage, Stillness, no damage to you. Really broken setup. I'm not going to be making use of it, but it is there if you want to. There's tons of videos and articles that you can find that explain that better and exactly how you want to set that up. Anyway, Holy One at level 9 lowers your physical attack by 25%, but boosts your white magic by 2.5%. You're basically going to want to equip that, because as a white mage or as a spirit master, you're not going to be attacking things anyway. Who cares if your physical attack's lowered? It doesn't matter anyway. You're not physically attacking anyway. Just use white magic and you do it a lot better. I love that. It's just really good. Greater Spirit Ward, level 10. 1/2 elemental damage to all allies for 4 turns. So, similar to Spirit Ward, except it's not nullified. Your damage is greatly reduced, but it's to everyone. Fairy Ward, level 11. Everyone is immune to all status ailments for 5 turns. Really good, especially against certain bosses that will almost try to wipe you out with status ailments like Victoria here tried to do. Super helpful. Enigma at level 13. All elemental damage to everyone is nullified for 4 turns. It can be a lifesaver in some fights to not have any elemental damage going out to you. It's amazing. Maximize HP at level 14. HP doubles, but only during battle. Essentially, from the start of a battle, you get the Giant's Draft we talked about. So say Adia has 5,000 HP, she has maximized HP equipped. At the start of the battle, she's going to have a max of 10,000 HP. Mind you, she's going to start the battle with 5,000. You have to heal her up to 10,000, but if you have Holy Water equipped, which boosts your white magic efficiency, that's not that hard to do. It's very easy to have Holy One equipped in a class and easily, or on like a White Mage or a Spirit Master, and easily deal 9,999 points of healing per healing every time without even a magic special going out. It's amazing. This class is amazing for healing and support, and you can guess we're going to be putting that on Yes. In terms of stat affinities, really high MP, really high intelligence, really high mind. Basically the same thing as Arcanist, except intelligence and mind are inversed. In fact, otherwise it is exactly the same. I think higher agility, but otherwise dexterity and HP are the same. Really high affinity in staves, meh in rods. Again, you're probably going to want to use staves anyway, especially since you're going to be healing a lot with Holy One. And armor aptitude doesn't exist anyway, but again, you're supposed to be a squishy class because you can be just healing a lot anyway. And that's it. Do have a party chat though. Let's hurry. What's wrong, Agnes? Why did you stop? Wait, Adia. Agnes needs a moment. But almost to the Earth Crystal. We should hurry and awaken it. Everlast Tower is just ahead once we've pushed through Central Command. Adia, my heart aches. I know what this must be like for you. I'm sorry. Agnes. Agnes, hurry! If we don't awaken that crystal, the whole world would get swallowed up in darkness. We didn't come this far just to stop now, did we? There's only one to go. Awaken the Earth Crystal and it's all over. Let's go, Agnes. Together. The world is waiting for us to awaken this crystal. I know I must go. I know, but... Right. Everyone else in? I'll go. Of course we're coming. Agnes herself is starting to have doubts. And now this strange machine that's powered by white magic, it seems, is basically completely useless. With no one to heal, that is. I'm sure it can come in use later, though. Actually, no items in here either. Anyway, let's change some jobs then. Of course, I don't even have to think about this one. Agnes is becoming a Spirit Master with sub-white mage, which means no more black magic from her, but I think that's fine. We got that Egotistal Staff. That is a decent boost in mind. I think I'm going to give up this Age of Staff finally. And at this point, I'm not really sure who I want to have Arcanist. I mean, ideally, you think Tiz, but because he has a decent training in black magic, but at the same time, I think I'm gonna give him Arcanist, and sub black mage. Also, apparently, I have a ability slot that's not used. Go and use magic tech up. And equip a rod. Poison rod, a wizard's rod. This one is better by a couple points. Go for it. And at this point, maybe I'll wanna... I think I'm actually gonna make Adia a salve maker. Because... well, no. I don't want to change everyone's job over right now. Like, we already have 2 people. We might just have to go without a salve maker for a little bit. Yeah, well... tell you what. We're not really using sword magic that much. And also, we already have Ring of Bell as a spell fencer anyway. So, just for compounding, we'll give the salve maker to Adia as a sub-job. And this outfit's completely ridiculous. Anyway, that's that. We finally took out 2 members of the Council of 6, let alone the ones that killed Victoria. Olivia. Why do I get these names confused? We got revenge. And we started our attack on the Console 6 themselves. The next time, we'll attempt to get our way to the Earth Crystal, but I have a feeling that we're not really going to be able to do that so easily. There's going to have to be some opposition, mainly from Brave. I'm sure he won't let us get to the Earth Crystal so easily, so we'll probably have some fighting to do in Central Command besides. But we'll worry about that next time. See you guys then. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe check out some of the other series I've done. You can also consider subscribing, checking out my Patreon page, or joining my Discord server. There are links in the description to those, as well as other social media links like Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for watching.